Welcome to Board Games Daddy. I've invested a lot in Unmatched, the board game. So I've collected a few of them, as you can see, and now I would like to bring everything to the channel and to share the experience from showing you what's inside, and some of them even to unbox on camera. So in the next videos, I'm going to show you each of them, and just for you to have a short summary of what you'll be able to see in the channel. It's going to be Bruce Lee, Little Red Riding Hood and Beowulf, Bigfoot and Robin Hood, Cobalt and Fog with the Sherlock Holmes, Dracula, etc. Battle of Legends 1 and 2. The two ones from Marvel, Redemption Row and Hell's Kitchen, and off bit of camera, the two sets from Jurassic Park. So I invite you to subscribe to this channel, activate notifications, and you'll get to know where these videos will be released. Thank you. So today it's time for Battle of Legends Volume 2. The only one that I know more or less is Bloody Mary, because the other ones look like historical figures, and then Bloody Mary. It's a bit strange how Bloody Mary was chosen to be here. So you have a Greek character that we'll see the name, I don't remember, the Monkey King, and that warrior, which I also don't know the name and from where she is from. We'll try to understand. So 4 character box, larger box, heavier box. Then the names are Yennenga, she is using archers, probably a ranged character, Achilles and Patroclus as a friend. The Wukong Monkey King has clones, and the Bloody Mary with a mirror. So strange, I don't know how the Bloody Mary fits here. Okay, so let's see. Let's open. Let's unbox the thing. This box was waiting to be unboxed. The ring. So this Bloody Mary now looks like Samara from The Ring, the movie. That scared me a lot when I was younger. Okay, Achilles. The name's there. We start with manual. So there is no. This game is not this video is not. It does not aim to explain how the game works. So I'm just going to give you an overview of the manual. Right? You have the explanations of all the actions. You have 3 types of actions: attacking, defending, moving, or using a special card. And I'm just going to try to understand the special rules for this set, which are the unique things. So this guy uses clones, she works with archers, and bonus attack. Each hero in this set has a card with a bonus attack that allows the fighter to make a second attack. Okay, we'll see those cards there. Okay, that's cool. Free for all or teams of 2. Oh, cultural consultants. Wow, so they consulted Calvin Wong Tse-Lun. He is a board games writer and Unmatched aficionado, who you may know as the guy from Crazy Rich Asians. He recent projects including Twilight Imperium and Project Netrunner. Okay, and Yennega was consulted by Lolita Coed, cultural theorist of Africa. Okay, so she's an African warrior. Now I get it. Cool. Let's see those warriors. So we start with the dials, 1 for each, and then there's Patroclus and Achilles. Nothing new here. Let's try to figure it out what kind of battleground you can expect from this set. So it's, what's this, 8? That's the name of the battleground, 8. This is like a temple, an old temple. I don't recognize anything from here, but you have some special things here which I don't know. What is this? So you can spend something. Is it like how? It's like high ground. This is high ground for this. This is high ground for this. Is that so? You give 1 more damage? That's the damage symbol, right? So you have one more of attack if you attack from that place. High ground, there it is. Some paths of the Hanging Garden, so these are the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia, have the symbol. These represent high ground and give an advantage in combat. During an attack, when an attacker is on a space where the arrow starts and the defender is on the other side, blah blah, the attack gains +1. Even if you attack melee. There is no effect if the defender is in a starting space or the attacker is in a space where the arrow points. Okay. Because an attack is not an effect on the card, it cannot be cancelled. Okay, cannot be countered. Okay. So in this example, Achilles is attacking Bloody Mary and gains +1 because he's on the ground. And then Yennega, she could attack Achilles but will not receive the bonus attack. The arrow is pointing towards the defender. Okay, make sure. Super strange how you could attack this and that with that bonus. Okay, interesting. A new mechanic here to change. And then you have, I still don't get it. This two. Is it because this is a 2-player, 4-player map? So I see 2. Try to figure it out, guys. Here, 2, 3, 1, 4. Okay, 4 should be around here. Or no? Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is designed for. This is a layout for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see. And if we turn it around, we have 2, 3, 1. Okay, so maybe there's no 4 because this set isn't. There it is. There's the 4 hidden here. There's the 4 hidden here. Indeed. Okay, so what is the difference? I don't care what is the difference here. These two sides. Maneuver. It's just a cosmetic thing because on the other sets you had two boards with 2 different places that you can visit. And this is the second time I see here, unfortunately, and I would prefer to have 2 different places to visit. The battlefield is made of circular space, the 2 space This set contains the same battlefield on both sides on the board. On one side, the color spaces are filled with different patterns, which can be especially helpful for visual differences. The other side has empty circles where the zones are indicated. Both play exactly this. Oh man, so bad. How come they did not create 2 scenarios on that? This is a lousy excuse. Oh, this if you don't like to see the colors. No, this is a lousy excuse. Lousy excuse. The game deserves 2 scenarios to fight, right? 1 of each side. So what? Okay, so Bloody Mary. Let's start with the names. Bloody Mary here. Hello, I'm Bloody Mary. And I'm coming out the mirror from both sides apparently multiple times. Wow. This is the craziest character. Sure, the craziest. What about this one? The Monkey King holding the pole that characterizes him a lot. Super crazy, this guy. And Yennega, the African queen, okay, the African warrior. That's an interesting bow because it doesn't have the strings, so maybe it's a magic bow. And then this guy is the one that looks more cool, the Greek warrior, which has his little spear a bit banded already. But I like this kind of character. It seems like it's going to be dealing damage like crazy. Have you noticed that the back of each card is different? A back of each deck. Each character has a specific back. So that's why I don't understand why they have only set 1 battleground. If they pay attention to all these details, and then the battleground is just 1, just because of visual difficulties. Alright. So moves 3 at the start of your turn. If you have exactly 3 cards in hand, you gain 1 action. So you should aim always have 3 cards. That's strange. That may limit you a lot. Bloody Requiem. Okay, after combat you do the Bloody Reprise. Okay. So the first is already a good thing, and 3 attack, and then you still do this, which is another combat. Your opponent play the card against Bloody Requiem. First part, right? This attack damage that, okay, it seems like a consequence of an attack. That's strange, but it's making these cards very powerful. 3, speaking 3 times. If this is your third action this turn, the value of this card is 7. Wow! So there's a mechanic here. Make 3 attacks, gain that extra action, where you use this card and deal 7. Wow. You may boost this attack during combat. If this is your third action this turn, recover 3 health. Okay. Oh, that's why you have the 3, because it's Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. It's always 3 times, right? Broken glass, and she comes out of the mirror. She is mirror image. The value of this card is equal to the printed value of the opponent's card. So you just block the damage. The only thing different is the effects. Stolen memories. Look at your opponent's hand and choose a card. Your opponent may discard it. Okay. There comes the ring. So Bloody Mary there, Bloody Mary there. How many Bloody Marys have you? You may place Bloody Mary in an empty space adjacent to the opposing fighter after combat. Wow, now it's the Exorcist. Infinity Mirror. Now she's coming out of the bathtub. No, it's faint, cancelling. Jump scare. Bloody Mary shares zone with space which she started. The card is 6. Okay, cool. Close and it appears, move Bloody Mary 1 space, draw a card and gain an action. So there's lots of ways for you to gain an action. The 8th action, and the third action, and then deal that massive damage. If your opponent discards 1 random card, add its boost value to the card effect. Bloody Mary. So I know what you're all thinking at this stage. It's Lady Gaga and its music, which I like. And I'm not going to sing now. Don't wait for it, because we are now going to move to Achilles. Okay, Achilles. Melee fighter like Patroclus. When Patroclus is defeated, you discard 2 cards. While Patroclus is defeated, +2. And if Achilles wins the combat, you draw a card. Okay, so you sacrifice Patroclus? That's strange. Patroclus starts with little life. So maybe this is related with the story, right? Patroclus. Oh, the Achilles heel. Patroclus may have died and he becomes like enraged or something. Okay, the Achilles heel. It's the weak point for Achilles. Spear Herald, deal 2 damage per opposing Test of weakness. Okay, and do that, and then you do the relentless assault as well. Under Achilles' helm. If Patroclus is not defeated, Achilles may swap spaces with him. If he does, Patroclus is now the defender. Okay, yeah, you are throwing Patroclus in front of the damage. That's very strange. It's very strange. Deal 2 damage to both fighters in the zone. Patroclus. So maybe Patroclus is a kamikaze guy, he needs to die, and then the other one becomes stronger. The day of your doom, so yeah, Patroclus needs to go. You may deal 2 damage to Patroclus. If you do, the value of his attack is 5. Poor Patroclus. Brother in arms. If Patroclus is not defeated, gain 1 action to defeat him, for sure. Blessed by Hermes, move each of your fighters up 3 spaces. They may move through fighters, okay? Choose a card. Will fighting, deal 1 damage to each opposing fighters. Okay. Skirmish, if you want to combat, choose away. And faint, you cancel the effects. That's strange. That's a strange mechanic here for these 2 guys, Achilles and Patroclus. But it looks so good. even with this Greek artwork. So cool. Now Yennega. Oh, where are these guys going to get inspiration for these characters? Yennenga. Is it just me or no one heard of this character before? Yennenga would take them. If Yennenga would take them, you assign any amount of that damage to one of your archers. Okay, you may not assign more damage to an archer that they... Oh, so the archers have two. Do they have dials as well, the archers? No, but we know that they have two of life, okay? So these are stronger tokens. You can send... Where are the guys? Oh, they say they have two there, okay. Okay, there she goes. Move Yennenga up to 5 spaces. She may move 2 fighters. So she deals damage. Okay. And Yennenga for each zone the opposing fighter is in, increase for each zone the opposing fighter is in, increase the value of this card by 1. Okay, so if they are on those places that have multiple colors, it takes more damage. Shield formation. This is like a Wakanda Forever thing. Okay. Yennenga. So you gain 2 actions. Wow. Just gain 1 action, right? So you're spending 1 action to gain action. So you gain 1. When it lands, move each of your fighters to space. Each of your fighters will recover 1 health and you draw a card. So good way to use that. Rain of arrows, 3, and then you do a volley. During your... So now the archers. If your fighter is not in a mega zone, the value of this card is 4. If you're so if they are far away, they do 4 damage. So these guys need to be a bit far away. Move the opposing fighter 4 spaces. Your opponent discards 1 card. Surprise volley. Surprise! Immediately, you may return a defeated archer to a space in the opposing fighter zone. If you do that, archer is now the attacker. If you don't, you gain 1 action. Okay. So you can attack yourself, or you can make the guy jump from behind and say, hey, surprise, and now he's the one attacking that faraway character. So this is a sneaky bastard. If your fighter starts this turn in a different space, 5, okay, that happens a lot in this game. If you want the combat, choose one of your fighters and move them to spaces. Okay. Very sneaky. Dangerous. Indeed. I think she was one of the top tier fighters in this game. So, as well as this guy. This guy was also very strong. So, moves 2. Damage, which he assigns it. Okay, and this guy moves 2, and at the start of your turn, you may assign 1 damage to summon a clone. You may take 1 damage to summon a clone adjacent to you. Do not start with any clones on the board, so you need to summon these guys. And what can you do with the clones? Any combat damage you would take is dealt to an opposing fighter. Wow. Take back the damage. Wow, that's bad. That's very bad. Wow. For each other friendly fighter adjacent to the opposing fighter, increase the value of this card +1. Okay, infinite strikes. So, Phoenix form recovers 1 health for each clone on the board, so it cures. Prevent all combat damage. You may place your fighter in any space. I still don't get the mechanic here with the clones. Your opponent may boost their attack. Your opponent may boost their attack? What? Although it's a 5 defense, or I know, but... Okay, so 7 of damage, that looks good. The card cannot be cancelled, that's also good. During combat, if your opponent play the card, they may boost it. Okay. Why is this guy always giving options to it? Take a Nox form, Troja's form, and Phoenix form from your discard pile and return it to your hand. Okay. So it changes forms. Okay. It becomes the animals, and you can take those cards back. Your opponent may discard one card from the hand. If they do, ignore the card's value. Opponent may discard one card from the hand. If they do, ignore their card's value. If they don't, okay, they may discard. If they don't discard, the damage is ignored. Okay, so you deal 0 damage and then he deals 4. So you use the defense card on the first attack, nothing happens, and then 4. Completely open. Look at your opponent's hand and choose a card. Put that card in the bottom of your deck. You each draw 1 card. Okay. Let's see if we see the clone. See if someone will play this card, summon a clone into one way, and then place in that space. Okay, just placing. Deal 1 damage to an opposing fighter adjacent to your fighter. Okay, I still don't get the clones here. Maybe it's just me, but let me just take a look to see if I can get it better. What are these clones doing? Do not place any clones at the start of the game. At the start of your turn, someone may take 1 damage to summon a clone on an empty space adjacent to him. Summon a token user power. If you have a token on the board, place 1 of those into empty space. If all of your clones are on the board, take 1 and place it on an empty space adjacent to Wukong. All of Wukong cards may be played by him or clones. Okay. So that's the advantage of this guy. So it says any. That's because it can be multiple places in the board and he just uses the place that fits the best. Okay, so this guy is omnipresent. He's omnipresent. That's it. Now this guy attacks, now that guy attacks. Wow. So, but only if the main figure dies, and he has 17, which is a lot, you lose the game. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Battle of Legends, Volume 2. I hope you enjoyed. So if you're an Unmatched fan and you want to see more, I invite you to check the channel and to subscribe and wait for the next videos if you are seeing this on launch. And if you're into board games in general, I truly believe that my channel will have content for you to like, as well as some miniature games as well. So I hope to continue to see in the next videos. See you. Thank you. Goodbye.